to my channel. My name is Mick. Happy Bookmas? Merry Bookmas? What have I been saying? Merry Bookmas. Today we are starting our first reading vlog of Bookmas, okay? And I'm so excited. I'm also sorry if it's a little bit echoey in here. I'm at my room at my parents' house, and this room has a really tall ceiling and no rug. We're gonna deal with it for now. But as I know you know, we are gonna be reading holiday books together for the next couple days. I'm so excited because it feels so Christmassy here right now. I think just because I just celebrated Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving break currently of the past, hey. And now that Thanksgiving is over, it's Christmas. Like, it's fully Christmas. So many people already have their houses like decorated with lights out here. My aunt and uncle, whose house we had Thanksgiving at, had all of their Christmas decorations out already. It's just feeling very festive at the moment, and I'm so excited. And I'm also so excited because the first book that I'm reading for this vlog is on my Kindle, and it is one that one of my best friends has recommended to me and said she really liked it and that I would really like it as well. And then I saw a reel from Heather McLary of her talking about it, and she said that it is Irish and very rom-com-y. Those are two of my favorite things. So the book I'm reading first is Snowed In by, I believe, Catherine Walsh. This is the second book in an interconnected standalone situation, but this one just sounded a little more intriguing to me. It involves fake dating. I read the plot when I initially downloaded this like last month, but I haven't reread it, and I'm kind of going in blind. But the tidbits that I remember from reading the summary and from, I think I've read like the first 2 or 3 chapters, we basically have a girl that leaves her fiance at the altar, leaves town, and when it comes time to come back to that small town, she wants to have somebody with her to lessen the blow and to help her navigate the stickiness that she left behind when she fled on her wedding day. And so she runs into like an old acquaintance from her childhood in Dublin before she goes back home, where he's also from, and they agree to fake date, and obviously things go from there. But it's supposed to be like funny, quirky, cute rom-com-y vibes, and I love that. I love when something knows it's a rom-com and stands by that. You know what I mean? This one, like the little tagline at the top of the Kindle store, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, at the top it's really long. Snowed In, a completely hilarious fake dating, forced proximity romantic comedy. Yes. So I started this last night. I got 20 pages in, and I'm planning on doing a little bit more reading today. Wanting to get a decent way through it today. I don't know how realistic that is, but I would really like to. And then also I am going holiday book shopping, which you will have already seen. And I'm hoping to get 2 more books I've had my eye on to read for this vlog. And I'm just so excited. I'm really, really excited. And honestly, I'm kind of scared that I'm gonna finish this one and then want to go back and read the first one in the interconnected standalone. All I know about that one is it's about 2 people trying to get back home to Ireland. They've been friends forever. They always travel together, and they get snowed in and stuck in America, I think. And they are trying to work together to get back to Dublin. And then they kind of realize, oh, are we more than friends? Which also sounds kind of fun, but this one, fake dating, forced proximity, just felt a lot stronger, a lot more intriguing. So anyways, very excited to get this started, and I will get back to you when I have more thoughts on this cute Irish romantic comedy. Let's get started. Hello, good evening. I'm using this because this is a big echoey room and the audio is really quite terrible in here. Also, my parents are asleep, but I wanted to give a little bit of an update because I'm currently 15% of the way through Snowed In, and I have to say, so far, really enjoying it. I think I said this earlier, but it's really giving rom-com. It's really giving rom-com, but so far, at least, let me catch myself. So far, it's in a way that's not like cheesy or cringy or anything like that. It's actually just cute and quirky and funny, and I'm loving it. Also, the love interest is giving rich, but not in like an alpha male billionaire way, just in like a very successful, very rich, and very confident in that sense kind of guy, which I'm also kind of eating up because he's simultaneously giving very sweet, very caring, very attentive. I don't remember if I said the premise of this, like what's happening in the beginning of it, but basically Megan and Christian were acquaintances when they, like, as they were growing up, when they were kids, and I kind of like that they don't have any more of a relationship than that, so they don't really know each other that well. It's more just like have this idea of each other. You know that there's the attraction. They've already addressed the attraction, so to speak, and basically they've agreed to fake date each other. Well, not agreed yet. I haven't gotten to that point, but they're going to end up fake dating each other when they go home for Christmas, because they're both living in Dublin, and then they have to go home to their village, their town, for Christmas. And Megan hasn't been since she left her fiance at the altar like 5 years ago, I think she said, 6 years ago, and he keeps saying he doesn't want to go back because he's the only one of his siblings that's not in a relationship, but I feel like we're gonna find out there's more than that. So really enjoying it so far, I do have to say. So it's after midnight. It's currently 12:15 a.m. and I just binge watched a lot of Grey's Anatomy with my parents because they're currently watching for the first time. They were getting to the end of season 5, so I needed to watch that with them, of course, because It's very important, obviously. But since that's very emotionally draining, the end of season 5, beginning of season 6, I kind of want to read something light and fluffy for a bit before I go to bed. And I don't have anywhere to be super early in the morning, so I'm probably going to stay up and read more of this. And I'm just going to keep having a good time. I'm really having a good time so far, so I'll keep you posted, but it's going well so far. Flirtationship, so to speak, in the beginning, and I'm eating it up. We haven't even left to go home yet for Christmas. I want to be in Dublin at Christmas. Someone get me to Dublin for Christmas. I'm having a great time. Good morning. I hope I don't look like the undead. I did stay up until 3 a.m. finishing Snowed In last night. I truly don't know what possessed me to do that. But I was having a great time. There's something about being at my parents' house on break from my real life that makes me feel like I'm a teenager and I can stay up reading until 3 a.m. even though it makes me feel literally basically dead the next day. I don't feel alive right now. So drinking coffee at the moment because I need it, but Snowed In. It was really, really cute. Obviously, it was making me giggle. It was making me laugh. The banter was good. Like, the quirky things that were happening were good. The tension was good. I'm just trying to decide between 3.5 and 4 stars because I always struggle when I'm comparing things within the romance genre because, yes, this was a cute and fun and sweet time and it made me like, warm and fuzzy and it was fun. But then I compare it to like a novel love story that I just read, which I gave 3.5, which felt like it had a little more depth to it, but like overall I had less fun with it. So then I just struggle. We all know I'm terrible at rating things, okay? I'm terrible at rating things. So I think for what it was a perfectly good and enjoyable Christmas rom-com, like holiday rom-com. Love the fact that it was set in Ireland. Love the fake dating. Love that there was no like contrived conflict. Like they both genuinely were just like dealing with their own stuff. I don't know. I just had a good time. Obviously I had a good time because I stayed up until 3 a.m. to finish it, which means I was enjoying myself. So maybe just for that I have to give it 4 stars. I don't know. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads, 3.5 rounded up regardless of where I land. Had a good time and would highly recommend. And I'm sad because the couple from Holiday Romance, the first book in the Interconnected Standalone series, were in it a lot because obviously the whole family came home for Christmas and the guy from the first book is Christian, the MMC's brother. So we all came home for Christmas and he brought his new girlfriend as well, which was the girl that he ended up with in the first book. So I'm feeling like I might also read that. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll do it in this vlog, but it is on Kindle Unlimited. So it's definitely an option. But overall, really enjoyed Snowed In. Would recommend for a cute little holiday romance, especially if you have Kindle Unlimited because it's already on there and I had a good time. Unfortunately, this is my next book and I don't think that I will be having a good time with this. Picked up Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. I love this cover. I love this book. It's so tiny. I need to look up how it's categorized. I said this in my book shopping video and then I didn't look it up, but I think like with this length, it has to be categorized as either I know someone's mowing their lawn. It's getting louder. I have to leave, so I don't have time to wait for them to finish. So really quickly, this is a literary fiction set in Ireland also. Second Irish book in this video in the 1980s. Me waiting while he makes his lap. And it's supposed to be very thought-provoking, emotional, deep. Basically, a man stumbles onto something that he wasn't supposed to see that has to do with somebody doing something not good in the church, I'm pretty sure, because then he has to contend with what to do about it, as well as like grappling with his past in a town controlled by the church. Sorry if that was very disjointed and all over the place. I can't hear myself. I'm very distracted now with this. So anyways, I'm about to run out for the day, but I read the first couple pages. I like the writing style. I read the first couple pages. I like the writing style. I'm very intrigued to see how I end up feeling about this. And if I cry, if I feel impacted, we'll see. I will keep you posted when I have more to say. Okay. and finish all things like these the day I was at the airport, the day I flew home from Texas to California. I read most of it in the airport when I was waiting for my flight, and then I finished it on the flight. And that was on December 1st, and it is actually December 11th. You know what? I came back from Thanksgiving and immediately started doing Bookmas, shot a short film with my production company over the weekend, this previous weekend, and then also signed a new lease and am moving. So all of that started happening at once. Although when I say signed a new lease and am moving, that means that Bookmas, these videos will be the last time that you see this room, because I'm going home for Christmas to Texas to be with my parents. And then when I come back, I'm immediately moving. So I have to start packing. A lot has transpired. A lot has happened. Anyways, that being said, just wanted to let you know, I just wanted to keep you in the loop. I really haven't had a second to breathe, let alone update the vlog. So very sorry about that. But I did finish Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. This is the second really short. Again, I still haven't looked at, let me look into how this is categorized because I still don't know. But yeah, it's categorized under both novella and short stories on Goodreads. So do with that information what you will. I did not have it previous to this. I like a shorter format story because I like how digestible they are. I like that every word feels intentional, and I like it's very much to the point. Like there's not extra fluff that you don't need. However, and I kind of should have known this is going to happen, I think that in this case, that led to me being unable to truly like emotionally connect to what was going on. The climax of this, the moment that was supposed to be really impactful, didn't really impact me the way that I know it was supposed to. And I found myself finishing this and kind of feeling like, oh, and I truly think that it's probably in large part due to the length, and also just because, actually no, I think it's literally that, because I think I just wasn't prepared to be like emotionally invested in the actions of our main character and the implications of his decisions and stuff. I feel like a more educated person because I read this, because I learned about something that I had no clue was going on. I don't know if I've said this already because again, it's been over a week since I've updated the vlog, but this is about something that was happening in Ireland in the 1980s where young women that found themselves in unfortunate situations where they fell pregnant without being married or anything of that nature, like anything in that category, they would go to mother and baby homes where essentially the church would take their children from them, their babies from them, basically rehome them, like adopt them out to other families, and then force the women to stay and labor for them, basically. A lot of them worked in what were called Magdalene laundries, I think, and they were treated really poorly. And the last one of those didn't close in Ireland until the like 90s. I think it said like 1993. But the context for all of that and the information on all of that was in the afterword. I don't know if that's what it was actually called. There was a note on the text at the very end that kind of gave more context to what had happened in the story. And so I think because I didn't have the context before, and then also we only got small glimpses into what was happening in this specific mother and baby home in this story, I think I just found it hard to be emotionally invested. Obviously I'm impacted like retroactively because now I understand the implications of what was happening, but I don't know, the book itself didn't hit me the way that I was expecting it to. So I still think it's worth the read. I still think that it's so important that someone's talking about this because again, I had never heard of this before. I had no idea that this was happening until the 90s, which is a little too recent for comfort if I'm being totally completely honest. So I do appreciate the value of this. I just think on an emotional level, it didn't really like click with me. Yeah, still definitely worth it. Definitely like a wintry coded read. So I would definitely say if you like reading things seasonally, this is definitely a winter read for sure. But yeah, I don't know. Just maybe wasn't 100% for me, and that's okay. So book number 2. And then as you saw, I actually started The Book Club Hotel by Miss Sarah Morgan. I'm actually currently, I think, over halfway through. I'm on page 202 out of 368. So I am over halfway. I wish I'd given first impressions because if I'm being honest with you guys, I was really unsure about this when I started it. The writing style took me a minute to adjust to. I think primarily the dialogue is what was really getting me in the beginning. Oh my God. I haven't even said what this is. If you're unfamiliar with The Book Club Hotel, basically it's about this girl, it's about this girl, I think she's 26 or 28, named Hattie, who moved from England with her husband Brent to buy and run an inn in Vermont in this like idyllic little wintry, Christmassy small town. And it was always his dream and they made it their dream, and then he passed away. And the story starts about 2 years after he's passed away where she's still trying to figure out how to run the business without him and take care of their daughter on her own. And then simultaneously we have our 3 characters, Erica, Claudia, and Anna, who have been longtime best friends since college. They go on a trip every year together for their book club, and this year they're going to the Maple Sugar Inn for their stay. So they end up
crossing paths with Hattie. Things unfold. We actually spend time in each of their POVs, which is super interesting. Bouncing back and forth between 4 POVs, and they each have a rich inner life, different things going on in their own lives that they're sort of navigating, and interesting premise. Very, very cute cover. Really obsessed with the cover. When I started this, I was really unsure because the dialogue felt really clunky. When I was reading the very beginning, I was like, wait, people don't talk like this. And so then I started listening to the audiobook because it's free on Spotify. And honestly, that's how I've consumed most of this book, is from the audiobook. And that helped a little bit, but something was still not quite right to me. And I do think that part of it, I just checked, and the author actually is British, which makes so much sense because some of it just reads very clunky when it's read in an American accent. But I know if it was said by somebody British, it would sound very posh and very formal. But I think because these characters feel so casual and feel so friendly, that a lot of the verbiage and like the words being used were too formal and it was too clunky and it just did not feel natural. And it was really, really bothering me. But over the past week and a half, whenever I've been in the car for like a really extended amount of time, I've been listening to the audiobook, and now I'm really invested in the story because about 3 chapters ago is when the plot really started picking up, which I will say, I feel like this is on the longer side for a holiday book, just because the margins and the text, it's like margins, tiny text, really tight spacing. So it's actually quite a long, like quite a thick book. But now that the plot's really picking up and now that we have all the groundwork laid, we really understand the characters. Like I said, we're going through all of their POVs. There's things happening for each of them. I'm really locked in. I'm really locked in. Like I am really enjoying myself now to the point where I really feel like I could actually sit down and binge maybe the whole rest of it. Maybe tonight if I'm feeling crazy. Maybe tomorrow morning though. I don't know. But it's really feeling like it's in the cards for me because of how locked in I am right now. So yeah, I think I'm probably gonna go no rating for small things like these, just because to rate things like on the same scale when they're like categorically so different feels really weird. So I don't really have a novella scale. I think I've only read a handful of them, honestly 2 of them in the last couple months. And so I don't know where I land in terms of rating for works this short. I really don't know. So I'm gonna go no rating, I think. But again, I do still think it's worth the read and I am really enjoying her. So I think I'm gonna get ready for bed, and then I might lock in and binge a lot of this tonight. Could I read 160 pages before bed? I shouldn't, because these last few weeks have been so crazy that I'm feeling exhausted and feeling like I really need to catch up on sleep. But I really want to read, and I'm loving it now. It took me a second, but I'm loving the vibes now. Maybe I'll read as much as I can tonight before I have to go to bed, and then I will finish the rest tomorrow morning. I don't know. I'll let you know when I have more thoughts, but yeah. First of all, I just want to say the Christmas vibes of this are genuinely immaculate, like so good. The maple sugar inn, if it was real, I would be booking a room right now. Right this second. Second of all, our 4 main female characters are all so distinct. Honestly, really impressed. Like the more POVs we got, and once I realized we were gonna spend time in each of their POVs, the more I liked it. Now I really like it. We spend time in each of their POVs. Also, there's a romance subplot in one of them, and I'm liking that a lot. Technically, I guess there's a romance subplot in 2 of them, but one of them is like on the page and one of them is like an outside question mark, but still enjoying it. Themes of this are just so good. Themes, the vibes, it's good. Very cozy, very cute, very sweet. Hey, I am now on page 276, which according to Goodreads is 75% of the way through, and I'm going to bed because it's really late. But I wanted to say really quickly before I do so, circling back to my first impressions that I didn't give you until I thought they'd already gone away. Now that I'm reading the book physically again, I'm clocking it again. I'm clocking that a lot of the dialogue just is a little bit clunky. I don't know. I think it's just, it seems like every sentence has every possible word in it, if that makes sense. Like every person is speaking in a very wordy and like formal way, and it's easier to notice reading it physically. So just had to say that observation does still remain, but I'm still heavily invested and will be binging the last 25% tomorrow and finishing this book. So just had to let you know that it is still happening. Baseline observation is I'm not obsessed with the writing style, but I do really, really like the story and the ambiance and the vibes and the Christmas of it all. So I'm going to bed because it's really late and I'm exhausted. So good night. finished her. This was incredibly cute. Very cute, very sweet, very charming. I never quite got past my dislike for the clunkiness of the dialogue, but the story and the characters and the setting and the vibe really made up for that, so it's okay. I still really enjoyed myself. It just did take me out every once in a while when a sentence just felt odd to me. I know that's like such like a nitpicky thing, but I feel like once I notice something that an author does, it's kind of like a tick or a crutch or just like something that's like stylistically a habit, I can't unnotice it. I really enjoyed it. I think this is my favorite like festive read I've read so far. I really enjoyed Snowed-In. I really enjoyed the romance in Snowed-In specifically, but this felt more like a celebration of like platonic love and family. It was really well done where like each of the four women, the four main characters that we spent time in their point of views, they all grew and they all tackled things that were challenging to them, and they all felt so unique and had such rich inner lives, like I said, and I think it was really well done. I think it was just really sweet and really cozy, and I would recommend if you want something that just feels warm. Like, it's just really cute because the three girls, the three women that have been friends for a really long time, they're all 40, Erica, Claudia, and Anna, and they've been best friends for 20 years, which is just so cute to think about. Like, I'm 25, and as a 25-year-old, it makes me really, I don't know, warm and fuzzy to imagine my friends and I meeting up for trips in our 40s and still like prioritizing and celebrating our friendship at 40 as much as we do right now. It's just a really cute thing to imagine. I feel like the later I get into my 20s, the more nervous I get about getting older and being like an actual adult, because I still don't feel like one, but it's like things like this that make me feel like, wait, like life is still cute and exciting and fun if you make it that way, regardless of what age you are, you know? I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of valuable stuff in this, and if nothing else, it's very atmospheric, very festive. My qualms with the writing style aside, I would recommend. So I think I'm gonna go 4. I think I'm gonna go 4 stars, but again, I think this is my favorite holiday read. I think I've only read maybe 3 or 4. I've read this, I've read Snowed-In. Small things like these feels like it's in a different category. It just feels like general fiction that takes place at Christmas time. But I read One Day in December last year, and I really think that might be it in terms of like dedicated Christmas reads that I've tackled, so I think she's in the #1 spot. Anyways, that is gonna be our final book of this video. This actually took me so long to finish filming because, like I said, life just got really crazy. Like, there's actually so much happening right now. I'm really trying to prioritize Bookmas, but y'all, it's getting a little difficult. So I'm proud that we've made it this far and that we finished this book. Anyways, just to recap, I don't even remember what I gave Snowed-In. Did I give it 4? Small things like these, I'm gonna go no rating just because I find it incredibly hard to rate novellas. And then the Book Club Hotel, which I think I'm gonna go 4. It's hard because I like just finished this like an hour ago and I usually like to sit for a little bit longer, and genuinely my rating changes for every book that I've read multiple times after I finish it. So anyways, okay, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much as always for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're enjoying Bookmas. If you made it this far, comment the snowflake emoji, specifically for the vibes of the Book Club Hotel because she was really cute. That's all from me. Merry Bookmas, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!